Hey everyone, welcome to day 2 of the StarCraft 2 AI Arena 2022 tournament. Bit of a mouthful now. I'm here with Ketrock. Welcome to
Hey
the
guys.
stream, dude. It's great to have you.
Yeah,
And congratulations yesterday, your bot got through. Perfect record, 4-0.
yeah. A little disappointing on 4-gate bot. The proxy wasn't working.
Yeah,
Makes your bot like 90% worse, unfortunately.
yeah, that was a bit of a problem. Um, so yeah, um, let's just take a look at the tables quickly. Um,
Yeah, we
get
got
that
we got
up
a
to
tough group today. Zoe and Micro Machine in the same group.
Ah,
That'll be a
yes.
big
That's
one.
our first matchup, I think. Today it's Micro Machine, Whale Mean, and Zoe. And Whale Mean's by no means
Oh yeah,
an easy
well, I mean
bot.
it's very good as well. Yeah,
Yeah,
group of death here actually.
I mean, yeah, that's what we were saying yesterday on the stream. This group is going to be brilliant. Um, so yeah, let's take a quick look at the three bots we've got today. Uh, First up, wait, I went the wrong way. It is Zoe. Finished 11th in the regular season with ELO of 1833, win rate 59%, which is pretty good. But again, I don't think that really tells the full story. It's been improved a lot over the season. She started off the season in a pretty tough way, really, and then as the season went on, has been improved, and probably deserves to be a bit higher than that.
Yeah, I think in the preseason Zoe's fifth or around fifth place, I think.
Yeah,
And yeah, Supercatcher's an active author, so this isn't a bot that's going to be stagnant or getting worse. It's going to be a bot that's always getting better.
yeah, definitely. Um, and next up, we have Whale Mean. So again, a bot that positioned quite low, 16th, but got into the tournament because Shark Nice had another bot which was uh, I can't remember the name of the other bot. Sharkbot, that's the one.
Mm.
That was a lot higher, and so Whale Mean actually, although they've got a Protoss symbol, which is this is a mistake, they're playing random.
Yeah,
So yeah, this is a bot that can play all three races, and is because of that, it's very difficult to program against. But,
yeah, exactly.
uh,
Shark Nice is his bot's best matchup is or his best races is Protoss, which is why Sharkbot does so well. But yeah, like you said, there's advantages to playing random, and that's tougher for bots to mm,
yes, so I
know what
mean,
it's up against. And
you
then
just
the
yeah,
other races are getting better for him as well. I think I just noticed I lost to Mecha Shark, which is his Terran version of his bot. So
yeah, you just have
yeah,
no idea what's coming out of Whale Mean. It could be anything. Um, and of course, last up is Micro Machine, the phenom, the
hmm
bot that's dominated the scene for the past 2 years, really. But recently, there's a lot more competition.
yeah, he's still in the mix as one of like the absolute best bots, but he's not like the standalone number one anymore. Now that Raph has gone a little bit more
Yeah,
inactive on the bot, not completely inactive. He does still update it from time to time, but um,
yeah. There has been updates for this tournament, so it should be fun. Um, so yeah, I think like he'll probably have something in store for the other two. I think he hates losing.
he leads into Worker Rush in particular.
Yeah, and interestingly, we've done kind of like the last three tournaments in this format. So the Micro Machine has been pretty dominant in those format tournaments. So it's going up in a situation where in this sort of format you can pretty much program. You know which bots you're going to be facing, so you can pretty much program strategies for each bot. Micro Machines has tended to do well in that format rather than the full ladder format, which is still pretty dominant in. But it's
Yeah, I mean, Micro Machines isn't one to like create a specific snipe build. So the
yeah,
more, the less you know about your opponents, I think the better it probably is for Micro Machine.
yeah, definitely. Anyway, let's get on with our first game, which is going to be Zoe against Micro Machine. The first game is on Oxide. I'm ready to go when you are.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Cool. We are going in 3, 2, 1, go.
So this will be interesting for me because I actually don't know who wins this matchup in general, let alone in a best of 3 series.
Yeah, I mean, it has been quite tough for Zoe. Again, the problem with Zoe, it's very difficult to get a good baseline because on the preseason, Zoe's been doing extremely well. But obviously, if you go by the stats for the last season, they'll be less good for Zoe because she started off in a state a lot worse than where she is now.
Yeah, and then when you're actively working on your bot too, you're going to make changes that will make your bot worse in the short term, but then eventually better in the long term. Where Micro Machine's more in a very complete state, so
Yeah,
you're not going to be Micro Machine by it's making like silly mistakes or something.
yeah. I mean, I know you had that problem when your bot was spent about 3 days crashing.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what I thought was a bug in Java, and ends up being a bug in my own code. So
Yeah,
I
you
had
weren't
to.
using Log4j, were you?
Oh yeah, I think
Oh,
there's another popular program that or Java library that has that same issue that they just discovered.
yeah, yeah. I don't know anyone that's exploited it on the ladder, and I'd be very surprised if there was, but I'd be pretty impressed as well.
I'm actually adding log4j to my bot as we speak. So,
Ah, okay.
but I'm not
Hopefully,
using an ancient version of Java that has that
yeah,
log4shell issue.
yeah. That's as long as it's a recent version, you should be okay.
Interesting start out of Micro Machine, going with the in-base command center and double racks. I guess some Reaper shenanigans to get things going.
Yeah, there we go. First Reaper out. Did he get seen? I think he got seen. Yeah. So we should know what's on the way. Oh, this is pretty standard in ZVT now. But
Yep, so just enough gas for speed out of Zoe. Reaper has arrived, and Lings are chasing it down with the drone.
yeah,
Nice positioning on that spawning pool. Might actually trap the
no, not quite.
Reaper, but not quite.
Yeah, I don't think there's any losses yet for Zoe, certainly, so well dealt with, really. But it's a full scout, so just pretty much what you want with a Reaper. You get any units, it's a bonus.
Got a Zergling, and he hit himself with the mine, so. He's trying to retreat faster, so he like boosted himself out with a mine hit.
Yeah, there we go. That's exactly
Or a
what
grenade hit, whatever they call it.
I think it's KDB charge or something, isn't it? The API, or whatever that was called.
I don't know. Originally, they would stick to structures and do like massive structure damage. That was what the grenade was meant for, is that they're actually for killing structures.
And we have a first bit of BM. Speedlings won't save you. Okay, Boomer. Come
Cool.
on, Micro Machine isn't that old, guys, you know. It is one of the older bots. I'm not sure if we have got one that's older. I think possibly additional pylons.
There's a few that are at that age, like maybe Imphy's bots, like Sharpened Edge and
Yeah.
stuff. I don't know. I just know the bots that predate me, and there's still probably at least 5 of them on the ladder.
Yeah. There's a few of them around. I think ANI was quite old now, getting on a bit long in the tooth.
Overlord does go down. It's always gone up to 2 gas geysers now with Lair on the way.
Yeah.
Roach Warren and Evo. A lot of Marines for Micro Machine going on here. And the patented bunker mining, it will be starting fairly soon.
Yeah. I still don't know if anyone else has copied this.
No. I cannot for the life of me figure out how to access the feature layer in the Java API.
Okay.
and that is required to be able to unload an individual unit at a time.
Yeah,
Although technically, Micro Machine did bunker mining before he even knew how to unload individual units.
I think it's just unload all, isn't it? But yeah,
Yeah, he was doing with unload all for a long time, which didn't work
unloading,
as well, but it still kind of worked.
yeah, unloading individual units is pretty good.
Yeah,
I
there's
think,
it's important for a lot of things. I mean,
yeah, I think
basically drops of all kind.
can you do it in Python now? I think you can, right?
I mean, technically it's in the API, so you can do it in any
Yeah,
language. I'm not sure like how easily it'd be done. Like maybe there's just like an easy function that was built into Sharpie or something that simplifies the process.
yeah, possibly. I think that'd be quite important. Yeah, I think you were saying yesterday that things like Archon drops would be pretty cool with that. But yeah, you probably require um, that kind of level of precision.
It's a nice little attack here out of Micro Machine. Keeping his
Yeah,
Marines well spread. He's going to be able to take down the third base, although it won't mean too much because there's also 2 more hatcheries on the way.
yeah, should be
As
fine
long
here.
as Zoe can eventually handle this, Zoe will be alright.
So the problem he has at the moment is he got a bunch of overlords taken down and he's just gotten supply blocked again, and that's a big supply block. So, oh, and that Hydralisk was not long for the world. So yeah, this is a pretty serious problem now for Zoe. She needs to get more
Queens getting
overlords.
caught out on their own.
Yeah,
Micro Machine will be sieging the 4th. And now
yeah,
it's becoming a bit of an issue, because that puts Zoe back to 2 mining bases.
yeah. There is a third one up, but it's a long way out, and you're not going to get any workers over there.
Yeah. 1-1 will be complete fairly soon for Zoe there. He's got the +1 armor already, +1 attack's about to finish.
Yeah.
This Banshee's getting some work done too, not a lot of detection here, or any at all.
No. I mean, it's doing okay. But yeah, she needs to get some overlords out and overseers. And this is serious now for Zoe.
If you break the main army, I still believe.
Yeah.
Banshee's just getting so much value though.
Yeah, definitely. Sitting at the back there, killing absolutely everything. I mean, technically you don't need detection if you can get some biles down on it, but yeah.
Yeah. Not something I suspect will work versus Micro Machine, but
No.
that was just one of those things you gotta kind of specially code for though.
Yeah.
As the effect only represents the target on the ground, so the timing is a little bit off. So you got to specially code around that effect.
Yeah, something I remember having a lot of problems with before. So yeah. So he does manage to beat back the attack, but with just 2 bases, or 3 bases up, although one isn't really mining. It's going to be tough.
Yeah. At least there's an Overseer this time, but the attack is coming back in full force. 3 Banshees, at least 2 tanks, a ton of bio.
Yeah. There we go. Relaunch offensive. Gives it a 96.51 chance percent of winning. So I'd say Micro Machine's fairly confident.
I think I got a little ahead of you there, but
Yeah.
so he is trying to get back to 4 base economy once again. He really needs like a decisive win.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's going to get it.
No. He's trying to take out these tanks here, but just about doesn't get the tank. And missing a bile on a stationary tank is really not what you want.
Yeah, that is the one thing that you can rely on with biles. No matter how good a bot is, you still can't move siege tanks or sieged up liberators. You know?
Yeah.
Stationary targets are perfect things to hit with Ravager
Yeah.
Biles. Also, really important things to hit with Ravager Biles, because tanks and Liberators are deadly.
Oh yeah. That's one of the advantages of Zerg. They can easily get rid of those kind of things, but well, easily. But
Meanwhile, Micro Machine cleanly taking his 5th base in the background.
it's something we were saying with your bot yesterday. You just take every base on the map, and it's something Micro Machine probably does at the end as well.
Yeah, if you max out and you don't really have much to spend your money on, you usually will end up just expanding like crazy.
Yeah, yeah,
That or adding a ton of production.
yeah.
What else are you going to spend the money on at that point?
At that point, you just need to go like, okay, well, if something happens and I do lose my army, here's another entire full supply army coming straight at you in 2 minutes or whatever. But yeah,
There's something to be said for having like 15 production structures in the background. Because like basically guarantees you'll be permanently maxed no matter how fast you lose units.
Yeah. Although, I mean, you could just spend it on like saying GU in the middle of the map.
That's funny. That means I've never had those positions correct on Lightshade.
And
Lightshade have been around for months.
Yeah, it wasn't a new map either, so...
No, it wasn't. So it's probably been doing GUs on the live the entire time.
Oh well. I'm going to call this one for Micro Machine, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, let's be the finish. GG, guys. Micro Machine will take the 1-0 lead. Yeah, quite a convincing victory there. It was difficult to see if, like, Zoe really had a big plan to attack. I mean, it is a fairly defensive bot overall, but yeah.
Yeah, it just kind of got caught without enough army at the start. It
Yeah.
is that difficult thing reserved since all their production can be spent on anything they want. It's like, you want to get as many drones as possible, but not so many that you'll be dead when the attack comes. And that's kind of what happened.
Yeah.
Zoe had another 10 roaches and that attack comes, then you can push the attack back, and then his economy doesn't fall apart, and then maybe things just compound in his own favor.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. All right, let's have a look at game 2. And StarCraft just crashed for me. Sorry, 1 second.
Yep, I'm with you there. Actually, because I had the same issue.
I don't know, is it something to do with that replay, maybe? Next one up is on 2000 atmospheres, which is a long way down, as they say. Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, those banshees were fairly nasty as well. All right, I'm almost ready.
Oh, these weren't played on the current version of StarCraft. These are played on 4.10?
Yes, yeah, I played on 4.10.
Okay. That explains why I got kicked off of Battle.net.
Yeah. So we figure we'll play everything on the same version because it just gets confusing.
Yep, makes sense. Yeah, I'm good to go.
Cool. All right. We'll stop over that. Okay. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. I'll say it down in the bottom right. 1-0 up. It is Micro Machine. And up in the top left, looking to come back with a nice extractor trick. It is Zoe. Yeah, that's one nice trick you can do at Zerg. You don't need to have full supply for every one of your units. Just get a quick extractor.
Well, it's probably a sign that he's going to be doing something cheesy as well, because you don't want to extractor trick if you're going to hatchery first.
Yeah.
So if he's not going hatchery first, what is going on here?
He is going hatchery first.
Okay,
But,
I don't understand that then.
okay, that's weird. But yeah, he's
Maybe it actually is optimal because speed mining does change certain things. I know like optimal Terran build orders, I actually do differently now because of speed mining. You can
yeah.
change the order of a build. Maybe if you extractor tricks, you can go hatchery before Overlord or something weird like that.
That might actually work. Yeah, I think that's what it was, because I did see the Overlord come out after that. So, yeah, I think possibly you can go over hatchery before Overlord. Soupcatch is saying that it saves 4 seconds on lava. Okay, that's pretty good.
Oh yeah, he doesn't want to be sitting with 3 larvae available.
Yeah. It's saying it doesn't cost you any minerals. I thought like it cost you a few minerals because
Well, very
yeah,
few.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
1/4 of the cost, and the cost is 25 minerals. So
yeah.
1/4 of 25 is like what, 6 minerals? That's not a
Yeah,
big deal.
yeah, yeah. So
You
so
probably
all
lose
that
more
six
just from the
minerals.
missed mining of having the drone inactive for 10
Yeah,
seconds.
yeah.
Anyways, Reaper is on the way now.
So last time I think I got one Zergling. So let's see if we can get anything extra here.
What time are you at exactly right now?
224.
Okay.
Where are
I'm
you at?
watching the stream. I just want to see what the stream delay is so I can keep
Ah,
myself in sync with you there.
okay. So yeah, I think that was one worker, wasn't it?
Yeah, that is work that went down.
Yeah.
He's got another weak one on him, but Zergling is able to chase him away.
I don't think he's going to get that one. I think he's going to get this Zergling though. There we go. Yep. Get out of there. So what was that? One worker, one Zergling? Yep. So pretty successful Reaper.
Fast third base out of Zoe. I like to see that. Try to explode that economy while you can before the powerhouse of Micro Machine really starts moving out.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel with Micro Machines sometimes you really have to get it in early, but yeah. Reaper is really going to town on the Zerglings now. It's good to see your dog enjoying the stream as well.
Yeah. I was just dealing with that for a second there.
That's fine, you know.
I see the Reaper's up to 5 kills though. Very
I
nice.
mean, if you like, we could just turn the actual game off and watch your dog for a few seconds. It's fine, you know. We can always love a dog on stream.
Yeah, he just hates Reapers as well.
Fair, you know. I can understand that.
So there's actually a melee unit for Terran Mech that was basically a mechanical dog.
Oh,
That was at one point in the beta a part of the Terran repertoire.
oh
Ended up
wow.
only showing up in the campaign though. It was very much like a zealot, even
Yeah.
at charge.
Oh wow. I need to have a look at that one.
Yeah, it's actually exactly what Mech needed too. Mech is
Yeah.
always like pretty
Yeah.
rough on the tanky melee units.
There really isn't any big melee units for Terran, is there? Like,
Yeah.
no. I don't think there's any melee units at all for Terran.
Hellbats kind of fit that
Ah,
role a
yeah.
little bit, but Hellbats are. The weird thing that's about Hellbats is everything that they're good against, Widowmines are even better against. So
Yeah.
why make a Hellbat?
Yeah, definitely.
And that Reaper is still doing work, poking around, denying mining, up to 5
Oh
kills.
god. That has been a hero.
Just grenaded the larva. Love it.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, Micro Machine's starting a bit of a move out here towards the third base.
Yeah, I'm taking a look at the production tab. I do see 3 roaches on the way.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I don't like. What happened is he actually lost his forward overlord before the push out. Maybe
Yep.
if he saw this attack coming, he would say like, "Oh, his army's much bigger than mine. Let me start really cranking out units."
Yeah.
At the moment, it's going to be 3 queens and 3 roaches, and half of them are deciding to run away, and the other half are
Yeah,
running away into
yeah,
the enemy army.
the roaches are gone. But there's a 5th base going up. That's not what Zoe needs right now, although Micro Machine is... Is Micro Machine being dragged back by this Overlord scouting?
I think it's a single Zergling he's after.
Ah,
But yeah, exactly what Zoe needs.
yeah, it's getting up to 5 bases on 2 at the moment. So that production is really going to explode. But what I would say is there's still only 42 workers for Zoe, so they're not able to really utilize all 5 bases.
Yeah, it just got pulled apart a little bit too much by the Reaper.
Yeah,
Got too much value in the early game at a really important time when things really compound and it goes to your economy.
yeah, so Micro Machine is just really rolling through this.
Yeah. Now is always in the tough spot of he doesn't have enough drones and he needs to be building army right now, not drones. So
Yeah,
he's going to fight this back when he's behind economically, and then somehow find a way to catch up.
yeah, this isn't likely to happen, I'm afraid. Yeah. So there's not really much that Zoe's got, like a few Zerglings and a couple of Hydras in production.
Yeah. Well, he's keeping his
So-
army back, so he's not like
Yeah,
that's all he has. He's got like 4 queens and 4 roaches at his natural.
yeah,
Just kind of waiting till he gets enough. It doesn't always work out perfectly, but Zoe has this really cool mechanic of I'm not going to engage until I can win.
yeah,
And it looks really cool when it works well.
yeah. It's the old Shanzu kind of like theory of don't start the battle until you've already won it.
Yeah.
Um,
You want to trickle your army into its death time after time. Wait till you got a good powerhouse and then
yeah.
go for it.
Well, there's little bits of Zerglings going there.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the Zerglings are obeying that command though. Everyone else is like, we'll stay back, and Zerglings
Yeah.
like, nah.
Well, I
Let's
don't
go,
know.
guys.
It's doing its
Follow
job
me.
of holding them off, though, so it's not entirely bad. But yeah.
Leroy Zerglings. But yeah, nice. Everything's engaging now. So there comes the
Yeah.
Hydras and the Roaches. Unfortunately, the
Yeah, it's a bit too late, though.
yeah, and the Cloak Banshees again. Whatever happened to these Overseers?
I think they all got taken out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's pretty nice focus fire from Micro Machine to take out the detection as well. Down onto 3 bases again for Zoe. And the 3rd base here is probably going to die very, very quickly.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
game is looking pretty much
Yeah,
over.
I'm
Getting
thinking.
put back to 2
I'm
bases
thinking-
here is Zoe.
Yeah, I think we can probably call this at this point. Unless you think there might be a comeback on.
Yeah, against a 6-base Micro Machine.
It's not going to happen, is it? It's
Even Micro Machine couldn't come back from a 6-base Micro Machine.
no, not many people could, or bots. So yeah, we'll call this GG, guys. Well played, but Zoe will have other opportunities in this group. It does make the next match versus the Whale Mean a pretty much must-win game.
Yeah, I forgot the Whale Mean's in this group again. I was about to say, but yeah, Zoe's still going to make it out though because it's such a strong bot. But as I
Yeah.
say that, Whale Mean is one of those bots that can beat anyone.
Yeah, definitely.
He's legitimately strong in his own right.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a very, very fun game between Whale Mean and Zoe. I think we have that one up next, actually. So, yeah,
I feel like Zerg is a good race to be facing a random bot with, though.
yeah,
Zerg just kind of wants to do that like stable macro opener that doesn't vary too much in the matchup. It's not like against this race I specifically have to build a wall here, or against this race I need to do a different build order.
yeah. It,
So the lack of not knowing the opponent's race isn't that big of a deal.
yeah, I guess so. Obviously, if you're playing against Zerg, obviously, as kind of like Protoss or Terran, you definitely need to wall in a lot better. But Zerg can just deal with everything on their own, really. Um, so yeah, next up we have Zoe versus Whale. So first game I think is on Curious Minds. But yeah, Micro Machine, absolute dominating performance there.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of shows why it is one of the favourites for the whole tournament um, at the moment.
And that whole playstyle was fairly new too. I mean, a year
Yeah,
ago, you didn't even see a Marine being built by Micro Machine. And now he's got
yeah,
Marines and medevacs, and he's like stimming correctly at the correct times and supporting his mech units. It's yeah.
yeah. I remember when he first tried to put tanks in and ended up losing a huge bunch of games because yeah, the tank play wasn't optimal at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And now those tanks are just, yeah, they're pretty much unbeatable. Um, but yeah, so next up, Zoe in an absolutely must-win game. Um, up against Wyoming. Let me know when you're good to go on that.
I'm good to go.
Cool. Um, going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Up in the top left. Spawning a Zerg this time, so we're going to have a ZVZ. It
Mm-hmm.
is Wyoming.
CVZ is pretty chaotic.
Yep. Bottom left, also Zerg. It is Zoe. GLHF for my phone. Just kidding, your dog water. So, Wyoming is our best trash talker we have on the ladder. So, get ready. It's going to be fun. Um,
I've watched so many replays of Shark Nice's bots, and every time I watch, it's a new unique chat message I see.
yeah, yeah.
So
But,
Shark Nice was originally an author of a
sh-
machine learning chat internet chat bot or something like that. So I think
yeah,
he's brought that a little bit
yeah.
into his SC2 bot.
No, I think given it's a mirror matchup and Zoe's specialist in Zerg and Wyoming is probably his weakest race, I would imagine. Um, Zoe would probably be a pretty big favorite here, I guess.
Mm-hmm. ZVZ is pretty chaotic though. You really want to have like a very similar worker count to your opponent. If he gets like way more workers than you, he can get so far ahead that you'll lose. And if you get too many drones, and he can just build an army and kill you.
Yeah,
So there's like that tentative balance, and it's really like scouting is not the strength of bots, I would say. So
no,
it's hard to you can get caught off guard. Someone makes 16 Zerglings and arrive, and you only have 10 Zerglings. Things can fall apart quickly.
definitely. Having said that, Wyoming is slightly behind on workers because he's gone for a very early roach warren. I think we're going to see a roach rush. At least that would seem to make sense.
So, oh no, that's Wyoming going with the roaches. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Zoe is tag random Zerg 205. I wonder if Wyoming will have a response.
I'm guessing that's his fifth random Zerg strategy he's going for or something.
I guess so. I don't know.
Oh no, that was Zoe who said that. Okay, so that's Zoe recognizing that he's up against a Zerg.
Yeah. So PHPS Rowan starts saying something's pretty good too, which is the Zerg bot. Yeah, it is, but looking at it, it's the lower ranked out of Mecha Shark, Shark bots, and Sharkling. I think I think Sharkling is still the lowest ranked of the three, so I mean, probably the weakest at the moment. But yeah.
I was
Ah,
going to lose an
so
initial Overlord, it looks like.
so I
Locked it right into the natural base.
yeah. So basically, Catcher is saying that he's trying to guess his opponent's strategy. So when he says 205, that's the time. That's not the strategy. So yeah. Uh,
Okay, so Zoe Zergling did spot 5 roaches. If we take a look at the production tab now, we can see his spine going up, the
yeah.
Zerglings, and unfortunately his own Rotoran is not going to be up in time to support with more roaches.
Nowhere
So hopefully
near.
the spine helps a lot.
But he's still going to have a bunch of Zerglings there. So I mean, there's certainly not terminal amounts here yet.
These are not burrow roaches, so the Spore Crawler won't help, although the Spore Crawler is soaking up damage, which all of
Yeah,
a sudden makes it very powerful.
and the the units are stepping forward here as well. So they're not in range of the spine crawler, so they're fighting outside the range. So they might be able to get a queen. Yeah, one of the queens goes down.
Roach is
And
fine popping out now for Zoe.
yeah,
But
and
he's facing like what, 12? Yeah, 12 roaches already on this front line. Nice Ravager
yeah.
Bile. Gets a
Ooh,
whole bunch of them.
and also the spine crawler is taking them out, and you've got all the workers as well. But that was a fair amount of workers that was taken out there. So
Yeah, but that's okay. He was ahead on workers, so
yeah, but
losing workers to keep yourself alive is well worth it.
oh yeah, definitely.
And now things have very much evened up.
Yeah. Although, having said that, did a bunch of workers from Wyoming just go down? I didn't see.
No, I think he just
Ah,
cut workers early to make all these roaches.
Okay, yeah, no, fair enough.
Um, Unfortunately, it doesn't look like Wyoming has much dodging on these
No,
corrosive vials, so they're doing a ton of damage.
more roaches are coming across all the time, but yeah, I think it's probably looking good to hold this actually.
Yeah, a bunch of Zerglings out of Zoe. I would have liked to have those have been roaches.
Yeah,
But I guess he is probably doesn't have the gas for that, so I guess Zerglings is better than nothing.
he is starting to push back. Yeah, there's only one worker on gas at the moment for Zoe, so he's not going to have a lot of gas income. I
I'm a little ahead of you, I guess. Yeah, I think he will cycle units on and off of gas as he requires it.
yeah. So there's one roach coming out there.
Yeah, I think that was really well held by Zoe.
Yeah, so
Rebuilding the spine and spore. He's going to make himself really solid on these two bases. Hopefully switches back into droning, which he is.
Wyoming's up on 44 workers now, though, compared to the 23 of Zoe.
Yeah, that is true.
Neither of them are getting a third base at the moment, which is surprising.
Of course, maybe 10 of those workers are distance mining at the moment, so it's kind of like only having a
Yeah.
10 worker lead. But even a 10 worker lead is pretty strong. With that said, though, well, yeah, Zoe's not really redroning, is he? Still hanging out on 28, 7 workers.
Yeah. So third base going up for both of them now. That's got to be a bug, surely. Distance mining from that far out.
Yeah. It's probably like all my bases are saturated, so distance mine the
Yeah,
next base. But when he looks at the next base, he's like, oh, well, there's a hatchery building here, so that's not the next base. So I gotta go to the even further away one.
yeah. And they're going all the way over. What is happening with those drones? Are they just off on like a Sunday stroll or something, you know?
Yeah.
That's not going to end well for you guys. Oh, okay. They got some information. That's fine.
Yeah. And he even took like 40 hit points off that queen, which is kind of funny.
Yeah. Okay, it's two queens stuck out in the middle here, right for the taking if Whalemean wants to go for it.
Okay, third base finishes for Whalemean. And now he's going to fully saturate that third, and now that big economic advantage is really kicking in.
Yeah. 65 to 41 workers.
Yeah. But before it was like more workers, but they didn't have anywhere to mine. Now they got somewhere to mine, and that's just going to equate to a ridiculous difference in the income tab. Yeah, it's like 3,000 minerals a minute versus 1,700.
Yeah, that's pretty huge. Gas mining is around the same, but
well, as I say that, I mean Zoe did add a few drones, and his zone third is finished, and he's pretty close to saturated. So yeah, things are evened up. Now it's like 2,800 versus 2,400. That's not too bad.
I think a big problem.
If you can fight better, it'll be okay.
Yeah, definitely. Big problem is this army just seems to be going up and down the map without really doing anything. There's occasional few little drones that get a bit brave.
Yeah. He's killing the attack drones.
Yeah.
Okay, big move out from Whalemean. I was gonna say, I just pulled back.
Seems to be doing that a lot.
Spire.
Spire, yeah, Spire coming out. That's going to be good. There's not really much in the way of air defense beyond the queens at the moment for Zoe.
Oh, looks like Whalemean cannot deal with the burrowed Zergling blocking his base.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty significant tech advantage, I think, for Zoe. He's got the Ravagers, he's got the Burrow. Neither side has any upgrades yet.
No. This mute is on the way, so...
Yeah, and actually no answer to the mutas. I mean, spores going up in each base.
Yeah.
But queens will be the only thing that can fight.
Yeah, I think he's not really going to have time to get his spore forest up. But certainly going to have a few. And now we see them move out from the roaches as well.
Yeah. Actually, his army was kind of split up, and some of them are retreating and some of them are attacking.
Yeah.
And it ended up being a horrifically bad fight. The army counts weren't that different, but in the end, Whalemean has just a ton of roaches left over.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Not to mention that spores are the only answer to these hydras at the moment, or to these mutalisks at the moment, because there's no hydra den or spire.
And the spores are getting taken out by the zerglings, so...
Bile's still landing crazy good.
Yeah. So that's really the only thing that Zoe has going for her at the moment is the it's those biles, but the Ravagers are being taken out as well.
And I forgot how good spores are versus mutalisks. There's an era where Blizzard's like, okay, we got to end this muta versus muta thing. Let's just make spores absolutely murder mutalisks.
Okay, so my PC is slowing down at the moment because currently Whalemean has 130,000 APM. So if you see the performance take a slight hit, guys, I'm sorry. That's really not my fault. Yeah, so Whalemean is asking really. These roaches are going to break through, I think. Yeah.
I'm running my bot on normal speed, and I'm still going too fast for your APC to keep up.
Yeah, sorry.
It's probably because you're streaming at the same time.
Yeah, it's it takes a hit when I'm streaming and running at 130,000 APM. So yeah,
So Sharkling, which is the Zerg version of Sharknex's bot, is usually the last bot to finish
yeah,
its games every round on the ladder. And that's likely because when the games go up to 130,000 APM, the playtime per step is probably quite long as well.
yeah. Machines just can't handle it. Quite honestly, they're probably losing a few of the commands as well. So, but I'm about ready to call it there, unless you have any objections. GG from Whale Meme.
And my dog's throwing up. Nice.
Oh, well. If you need to go and deal with the dog, we can take a quick break if you like.
No, I'll just have to deal with the carpet afterwards.
Fair enough. Yeah. It's 150,000 APM now.
Yeah, spores
Yeah.
do double damage versus mutas.
Oh my god.
30 instead of 15, I wonder.
Yeah.
Normally we would speed it up because it's near the end of the game,
I'm,
but I don't
I'm
even
trying.
think
I'm doing my
yeah,
best
it
here,
won't go any
guys.
faster for you at 8x than at 1x, I don't think.
So it is generally going faster, but yeah, it's stuck at 150,000 APM. This is not going to... This is going to be a quick one. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a problem some bots suffer with. Strelok did suffer with this exact problem for a while as well. Although I think that got a bit better towards the end. I don't think that's been around recently.
Yeah, I think the idea I'm looking into is kind of wrapping the action object, and then at the end of each frame, I kind of just look at all the actions I want to give, and then sort of figure them out there. Like make sure I don't give the same unit 2 actions in one frame.
Yeah.
And if I can group some actions together, do that. Like if I'm sending 20 units to the same place, I can do that in one action instead of 20 separate actions.
Yeah, I think we'll thank you very much for it. It's it's generally better if you can keep the APM low. This is almost the
It's a good way to
exact
solve
opposite.
bugs too, because if you're giving multiple actions to the same unit in the same frame, that's probably a mistake.
Yeah, definitely.
You're probably like doing something and then overriding it somewhere else.
Yeah. So yeah, we are getting there, guys. Don't worry. You'll probably find them eventually. I don't know where they'll go to. Come on, finish this, guys.
Why don't
Yeah,
I
sorry,
8
guys.
exit and then I can verify that it
Yeah, if you
crash.
can, that's probably best. I will just verify it doesn't crash. Like
I was
at
actually behind you though. I
at
was still on normal speed.
150,000 APM, it's very likely that it will. But GG. So Zoe backs against the wall. Like it is. She needs to win the next 2 games to stay in the tournament. To have any chance. And even
I
that
think it's
won't
definitely
guarantee
possible.
it.
ZVZ is just it's too
Yeah,
crazy. Like
yeah,
even a
definitely.
bot like Eris, I don't even think has like an amazing ZVZ win rate. It's just
Yeah,
if the bot does the same thing every time, then yeah, you can figure it out. But you put Eris against a random Zerg bot he's never played before, and he's not going to have that 100% win rate.
yeah, no, absolutely.
I think the one thing you can do in this matchup that bots don't is you can place all your overlords in the middle of the map, like basically where you can see all the units flooding across the map. You can see them immediately because
Yeah,
as long as you keep your overlords off your opponent's creep, they're really at no threat of dying until they get Spire.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the way Zerg production works, that can help a lot. If you see 20 Zerglings coming across the map, like when they exit the opponent's base, that gives you enough time to build 20 of your own on your side
Yeah.
of the map. Yeah, so the game did end correctly, and that is a win for Whaleme.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Right. Whenever you're ready on the next game, I have that loaded up. So
yeah, I'll just need 20 seconds.
Yeah, no problem. So Sc2AI saying if you only had time to work on one of the Zerg cheeses and pick the 12 ball instead of the Roach Rush. It's always the way, isn't it? They never pick the right one.
Yeah, it's still... Zoe does it better than any other bot, but it's still got issues with the way it decides when to retreat and when to attack. I notice sometimes he'll have like half his army somewhere and half his army somewhere else, and the one half will decide to attack, and the other half's like, "Nah, you guys got it."
Yeah.
Like if it was more coordinated with the attacks and the retreats, then these games would look a lot different. I think. I'm ready to go when you are.
Cool. All right. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. So this time, top right, you have Whaleme, and he is spawned as Protoss. This is what he wants.
Chat.
Oh yeah, Zerg. Apparently Whaleme has told everyone he's Zerg because that's what randoms do.
I think that statement itself is random. So sometimes he'll be truthful, like 1 in 3 times or whatever.
Yeah, 1 in 3 times that he's Zerg, he will be truthful. But in fact, it might be a bit of a tell, because if he doesn't say he's Zerg, it generally means he's Zerg. And if...
No, but he'll also say I'm Terran and I'm Protoss. And that statement is random. And his race is random. So 1 in 3 times he'll end up being truthful.
Oh, God.
We do have a gas steal here.
Gas steal?
Yes,
and a second gas steal as well. Oh, no. Wait.
Yeah, I put something in my bot especially for Shark Nice, and that was don't allow the double gas steal. If he steals 1 gas, immediately take the other one myself.
Yeah. Oh god, it's a 3 gateway proxy.
Yeah, it's a crypt build.
Yep.
Which honestly, the double gas steal is good for Zoe, because you don't want to defend this with anything gas related anyways. You want queens, you want zerglings, you want spine crawlers. So by double gas steal, it just means that's 1.5 less zealots he'll be facing.
Yeah, it does have the early hatch. So, and he's going for another gas steal. Oh, is he going to do a 4 gas steal? No, okay, not quite yet.
Yeah, but this is all good for Zoe.
Yeah.
Every 75 minerals he's putting into that is not a zealot. What he needs to do though is figure out what he's up against and really start.
Yeah.
It's such a late pool.
Finally, Zoe gets an extractor. I am Satan's rectum poised over your bed. Oh god, yeah. There is nothing here. He's not even building anything.
It's funny, if he cancels that gas, that's also good for Zoe.
This is poor Zoe. You do not deserve this.
Yeah, pool still only halfway done.
Yeah. And all the work is going down. That pool is just so late. But the zealots are getting stuck on the extractor.
The extractor, I think, is actually becoming like an idiot magnet for the drones.
Yeah.
Drones like, we really want gas. So they keep sending drones over to to the extractor. Not realizing it's not the place you want to be right now.
No.
Pool has completed. Let's see what we got in the production tab. 2 Zerglings. And based on Zoe's drone location, he might be trying to make a spine.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's trying to make a roach warning. He just doesn't have any gas. No, there's a spine. Okay. Okay.
That's fine.
There's a small little hope.
Maybe.
If he starts the extractor, this could actually distract the zealots. and he needs to buy all the time he can.
Yeah, so I think the Zealots are getting stuck on the cocoons there, which might have cost him a little bit, but
Yeah, because if you can get like 10 lings and the spine complete, maybe?
yeah, but I don't think so. This is a very this is a very cheesy build. Oh yeah, no, I think even if he can somehow stabilize this now, I think he's done enough damage. Oh, although he does get the Zealots just chasing around after those Zerglings. But yeah, I think I'm ready to call this unless you've got any objections. Poor Zoe.
Yeah, so I just rewound to see what the problem was. And I think even though you don't want gas to defend this, I think Zoe really wanted to build a gas, and it screwed up his build order because he actually threw down his pool at 700 minerals instead
Yeah.
of at 150 or 200, whatever the spawning pool costs.
Oh god. Yeah, that
Yeah, he
was
waited until he took
death.
his gases natural before he threw down his pool.
Oh, yeah, that's not what you want against that kind of rush.
I know
So yeah,
hatchery first versus that is tough, but it shouldn't be that tough. It was that tough because he had no spawning pool.
yeah. There's some chat saying random scum, but Wyoming knows what he is, guys. So yeah, that leaves us with Zoe, unfortunately out of the tournament. Whale Mean and Micro Machine both have one win apiece against Zoe, and now it's time for them to face off to see who will be number one. Given that you will be facing the number two bot in this group, which one do you want?
Between Micro Machine and Whale Mean. Oh man, that's a tough one.
Because Micro Machine is
Because
so solid, but
yeah, I mean, I got a small edge on Micro Machine,
yeah,
and the one thing is, I know what to expect from Micro Machine. Whereas Whale Mean, I have a big edge, but I have no idea what to expect. He could definitely pull out a build that I bot's
yeah,
never seen and just trash me two games in a row with it.
yeah,
So
yeah, definitely. It's a
he's not
tough
going to
one.
steal two of my gases, though. I know that much.
Okay, that's good. He will try, but you probably won't get trashed by the same tactic twice in a row because it's random. So
That's true. There's that too.
give me a shout when you're ready to go.
So my bot employs a strategy versus random that I think as a human player you can employ this as well. And that is if you're playing a random player, assume you're getting cheesed. Because
Yeah,
that's all random players do.
I just assume I'm playing as Zerg every time because yeah, it's just or because Zerg is just the cheesiest race. Well,
No human or bot has like mastered the intricacies of 9 different macro games or 9 different macro matchups,
yeah,
but everyone can figure out a cheese that works for every race.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready to go when you are.
All right, going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, up in the top left. Spawning a Zerg this time. It is Whale Mean. Saying, no cheese, please.
I shall call you 1569571.
Okay,
No,
that's
you won't.
a good number. And bottom right, it is the Phenom. It is Micro Machine. So yeah, going for an early pool again. I guess it's going to be the Roach Rush tactic, maybe, but
If my memory serves me correctly, I think Shark Nice had some secret Protoss micro machine killing build that he hadn't used in the tournament yet.
Okay, so we
So
might
if he
see
spawns
that.
Protoss, maybe we'll get to see that. I could be getting a mix up with Tier. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
They are the two similar Protoss bots.
yeah.
Whether you can really expect anything out of them.
We shouldn't call them cheese. We'll call them targeted pressure bots. I think was the word, wasn't it? So yeah, early pool there. Probably going into... Oh, no. Throwing out some early Zerglings. I can't see this working against Micro Machine, though. Generally, it's pretty good.
Yeah, he does
Uh,
have the high ground command center, so no natural to cancel. His wall is not complete, however.
no.
It is about time for his next depot. So he could wall it off, maybe in time.
I don't think he's going to get there in time. No. Oh, but... So he does get the Reaper out, but... Oh, the Reaper's going to get cut off, I think. No, not quite.
That's what Reapers are, squirmy buggers.
Yeah.
Especially versus Zerglings without speed and off creep.
Yeah.
They should be able to stay alive forever. Now, it won't matter if the Zerglings just kill everything in the meantime.
Yeah.
Grenaded his own SCV. Nice.
Oh. Yeah, that's one thing bots generally don't do. It's like hit your own units, which I do occasionally on ladder.
I do like the Micro Machines getting his own SCVs involved in the fight when
Yeah.
things are looking rough.
So what I will say is like there are a bunch of banelings morphing down here, but yeah, they're going to be fun. But Whale-Mean is still only on 12 workers, so this is not a macro game here from Whale-Mean in any sort of sense of the word. Whale-Mean's like, I am not your friend. You have no friends, and you never will. Oh, that is horrible, Whale-Mean. Oh, but
Bailings are trying to get to the mineral line, but that's not a big deal if one Bailing hits a
yeah.
SCV. The SCV can take it.
Oh, there's another one coming out
don't
now.
put Bailings with SCVs!
No! Oh, that was a ton of lost workers there, down back to 19. Oh, that is the that's Bane hit of the century.
Yeah, and I think we'd actually see that a lot if
Yeah.
bots use Bailings more often. One, because it's hard to dodge that splash damage anyways. And two is that when people, like when you're writing your bot and writing in a generic way, when you're looking for danger, you look at the enemy's attack. But Bailings don't have an attack. So I bet a lot of bots think the Bailings are not even a threat at all.
Yeah, it's a problem that a lot of people in don't really code like big splash damage units into their bot, because splash damage is generally easy to avoid for bots, but obviously not here.
Yeah, and I mean most bots the units are individually microed, which means the idea of like splitting versus Bailings is probably something a lot of bots don't do.
Yeah.
They'll try to run away from them, but if you try to run away from Bailings, that could end up just grouping all your units together. They all like run into the same corner and die.
It's the old widow mine problem. Of people who try to run all of their drones away from widow mines and end up all clumped up and ready for the huge hit. Yeah.
But certainly splash damage like Storm and Parasitic Bomb, something like that, where it lands and you can immediately move all your units out of range.
Yeah.
That's where Splash isn't as good in the bot world.
Yeah, so it looks like this has pretty much been held. Micro Machine up on 26 workers, Zoe down on 12.
He's up to 13 now. So.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's down to 12 again. Never mind, I'm a little behind, I guess.
He's just gone up to 14 for me. Yeah, he's definitely producing more workers now. Maybe he's going into a macro build.
Yeah, and he's facing 6 Hellions with Ling Bailing. Like, this is like what Hellions dream of fighting.
Yeah. It's like just clump yourself around and watch all the Zerglings die.
The weird thing is the Bailing Nest might have actually cost him the game. I think if he just kept fighting Zerglings, it might have been enough.
Yeah.
The Bailings are nice if like you're walled out, You make a 5 banelings, you blow through a supply depot, and then you can flood in with the Zerglings. But there was no wall, so the flood was always available.
Yeah, he got a couple of nice hits on the workers, but beyond that, it's not really done much for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Well, let's see if there's a transition. He built a spine in his forward home, weird enough.
that's
And
strange.
going for a layer. One base Mutalisk, perhaps?
Possibly. I mean, you could get things like no brain. Oh, well, I mean, we love you.
I remember with my bot Drone Drill, it would always
Okay.
follow up with a one base Muta Rush.
Ah,
Because one, it's like maybe it can be like a second win condition. And the other thing is, if you kill the opponent, but the opponent lifts off its structures, you need something to kill that with. So
yeah, yeah.
why not follow up with Mutas?
Yeah, that is a problem with Terran.
Let's see if we'll even find out what it was supposed to be before Micro Machine kills him.
Yeah, there was one Terran. I can't
Yeah,
remember
there's
who
this
it
fire.
was. Yeah, there we go. But I don't think planning on harassing me. That's my strategy. Easy. Ah, you're in trouble, Soup Catch. Yeah, Soup Catcher. Well, me. So yeah, you are not going to get that second base, I'm afraid. They're still trying. Yeah. I am probably going to call this, unless you have any objections. It looks pretty well. The Spire is not
Let your
going
Marines
to
kill
finish.
everything.
Yep. Micro Machine taking game one. Will mean with nothing left. And still, yeah, that's fine. Just gonna see what his APM was and see if he still had like a massive APM with no units, which would have been fun. But no, it's good. GG guys. There we have it. Micro Machine taking game one. Next up, let's see if Whalebean can pick a different race and have a bit more success, maybe. Next
I
map.
can see that 12 pool beating Micro Machine. I think what he
Yeah,
needs to do is always keep 2 Zerglings on the Reaper, never more, never less, and then
yeah,
just keep flooding Zerglings and then really try to get into the mineral line.
yeah,
Because the lack of a wall out of Micro Machine technically should mean that he should die 100% of the time to 12 pool.
yeah, yeah.
You just got
No,
to execute it perfectly.
if you get all the Zerglings in, then it's going to be a lot of fun for the Zerg. But so there's good possibilities there. I guess we need to figure out what Whalebean's going to play as. That's probably going to be a big impact. Well, let me know when you're ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
Okay, going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. There we go. Whalebean spawning as Protoss says, SGFU, I'm Terran. Oh god. So sending out the oh no. He's not gonna proxy.
Huh.
Ah.
It's only first pylon. Give him time.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh dear. Well, he's gonna have something fun for us, I think.
Yeah, this is the matchup I was hoping for. I want to see Sharknice's Protoss. What he can do versus Micro Machine here.
Yeah.
He has beaten Micro Machine in the past with this Protoss. I'm pretty sure he has builds he's never used versus Micro Machine that are supposed to work.
Yeah,
So,
that's a fairly decent win rate, I think, on ladder. With Sharkbot and with Whalebean.
yeah, and a quick double gas. So whatever it is, it's looking very one basey.
Yeah. It's certainly not going to be an early expansion. So there is a probe coming across the map now.
Mhm.
I'm looking for any pylons he may want to build. Micro
Oh,
Machine, though, going for...
he
Oh, there we
has
go.
he is hanging out in the proxy void ray position, I would say.
There we go. Let's see a Stargate here.
Unfortunately, this might be the worst map for this playstyle. Is just that base is pretty far away from the main base
Yeah,
armor line compared to other maps.
yeah. I mean, you can still stick a few shield batteries around this position over here, but yeah, it's fairly far back.
Yeah, so it's you can kind of fight and retreat to the shield batteries, but you can't really do much damage while you're in the shield batteries, and the batteries are just kind of far away.
Yeah,
But we might be speaking too soon. This
there
could
we
be
go.
anything. This could be a proxy robo. We'll
Oh,
find
no, it
out.
isn't. No, it isn't. It's the Stargate. I might be slightly ahead of you. Sorry, I'm
Yeah, no
214.
problem. I'm keeping an eye on the stream, trying to keep myself in sync.
Yeah, I'm in 214 at the moment. So,
Gotcha.
no, sorry, 223 at the moment. Sorry. So Stargate almost ready to go. And this is tough against Terran because generally Terrans have a half decent counter with Marines. And, you know, if you can get some Cyclones out as well, that does very well against Void Rays.
I do like the single adept at home to help deal with the Reaper harass.
Yeah.
Of course, he doesn't leave it at home. Whoops.
Ooh,
So Reaper's up to 2 kills and counting.
yeah. It probably will get dealt with though, so 3 kills is not terrible for
Yeah.
well, I mean,
And losing workers really only affects your shield battery count. As long as you
yeah,
keep 6 in gas, you're still going to have the maximum amount of void rays.
yeah.
Speaking of void rays, we do have a void ray charging up on the
Oh,
barracks.
and the Marines just can't get in. What are the Marines doing down there?
They are choosing not to get in, I guess.
Ah, and
They're like, yeah, we don't want to deal with that.
Micro Machines built a tank rather than a Cyclone would have been better against the Void Rays. What? The Marines are just cowards. Cowards, get in and fight! You're going to die anyway, you might as well die fighting.
Oh,
And
shut
now
this
they
out a
fight.
little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tank is not long for this world.
Yeah. Although Void Ray doesn't need to kill the tank.
Yeah, don't worry, they're not killing it.
Yeah.
They're like, we'll just buy for one walk right past them. This is 3 void rays against a Terran that has nothing that shoots up.
Yeah.
This is not looking good for Mr.
I
Terran.
mean, Cyclone's coming out maybe? There's a Cyclone on the way, but I think as soon as that Cyclone pops out, it's likely to die. And
Let's see, there's a couple Marines to help cover it.
the Void Rays are very good at staying outside the range of the turret as well.
The Cyclone's going to have to do everything.
Yeah.
And there's 4 void rays now, so I don't see how it even could.
It's down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the mining was shut off for so long that
Yeah. Well, I mean, striking back.
it.
Yeah, I'm about ready to call this one.
Yeah.
GG.
I think we saw this build out of Whale Meme before versus the additional pylons, and one adept kept him distracted for about 45 minutes or something ridiculous. He was like, he could have won one at any moment, but a single adept just kept the game going and going and going.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's a really strong build actually. So, but Micro Machine has a bunch of different builds, and we don't know what race Whale Meme will spawn as next time. So, yeah, we get ourselves first 8 match of the tournament. It's been all 2-0s up till now. So
because Andy showed up in chat.
Yep, there we go.
He's
He's the
like the
we put it
rainmaker,
on.
but for Ace Masters.
Yeah, we put it on specially for him. Uh, there we go. GG. Oh wait, is it? Go finish off your food. There we go. Wait, I mean. All right. So we have our ace match. I'll just get that loaded up. That will be on Glittering Ashes. Hey, time for TVT. Soupcatcher wants TVT. I mean, if we could vote for the race that Wyoming gets, like I don't know, like Twitch chat votes on your race kind of thing is probably that's something we should do. But but having said that, like Wyoming's had 2 Protoss games and 2 Terran game and 2 Zerg games, so it's kind of about time for a Protoss for a Terran game rather.
Yeah, I was just thinking there, like, oh, maybe I'll just do the same strategy next game and win another one. I'm like, oh wait, he's random. There's like
Yeah,
a kind of 1 in 3 chance of even attempting the same build.
yeah, it's a big problem that your opponent doesn't know which race you are, but neither do you. All right, let me know when you're ready.
Yep, it's loading in right now.
Cool.
Uh,
Let's see Micro Machine Pro Protoss. Well, I don't think that's going to work very well, unfortunately. I've looked over the source code of Micro Machine a few times, and there are not many ways to play Protoss in there.
okay, I'm gonna need another 60 seconds here.
Yeah, no problem.
For some reason, I can't launch it from replay. It just says like your installation is corrupted or something. Some really
That's weird.
devastating comment I got from Elnet there.
I thought it was just a comment from Wyoming.
Yeah, likely. All right, let me try going into StarCraft and loading it this way.
Yeah. I'm just having a problem switching in the game capture. There we go. So, ready when you are. So yeah, the winner of this match will go on to face Spud in the next round, and the loser will face up against your bot Ketrick. So I can just give you a quick spoiler. We do have a TVT.
Yeah, I'm seeing
So
that on stream there.
that's going to be fun.
Okay, I'm gonna have to cast from stream, I guess. Files on your
Oh,
StarCraft 2 installation are damaged.
that's weird.
Yeah, every time I try to load that replay, that's what it tells me.
Oh, sorry. Okay, well, I guess I'll just go and
Yeah, it's
watch
only
the
like a
screen.
5-second delay. I think I can more or less.
Yeah. So, of course,
Can
Wyoming
commentate the
says,
action, but everything else.
yeah, Wyoming says he's Protoss. So, yeah, you were right on that one. But again, Micro Machines should have a big advantage in here in a mirror match, being the specialist Terran, whereas Wyoming just does it 1 in 3 times. Filthy casuals, right? But yeah, these 2 SCVs just hanging out in the middle of the map. We're gonna have, it looks like a proxy.
Yeah, and I don't see gas on the menu, so probably just proxy mass marine.
Yeah. This is gonna be fun. Yazan says he loves democracies in chat. Well, I'm glad the democratic will of the Twitch community is being played out here. We see what Whale means Terran is looking like.
Nice.
I think we're going to have probably reactors on here and then reactor out as many Marines as you possibly can.
Well, reactors cost gas, so...
Yes. You are correct. There's no gas here. Sod reactors, an extra barracks will do the trick just as well,
That's,
right?
yeah. It's like a reactor.
Yeah, pretty much.
reactors actually take a while to pay for themselves anyway, so
Yeah,
if you want a lot of Marines really quickly, it's better just to build more Raxes.
yeah. So there's a Reaper out. It's going to probably hold him back for a while.
Barracks number 4.
Yeah.
So Reapers can't really kite Marines per se. They
No,
can do damage and regen and do damage and regen, but they're outranged by Marines. So
I didn't realize that. I thought Marines Reapers would actually have the range there. But
either the same range or +1 for the Marine.
yeah,
Either way, they both get to shoot. It's close enough that it doesn't matter. But if
so
it's
yeah,
say like slow zealots or something, then the Reaper would just have infinite damage.
yeah. So the Reaper has got past. So, but as of the Marines,
That could be a good thing for Whalemeat. I mean,
yeah,
he's in a tough spot, so if he's just going to be base raiding, like that. And that random distance mining he does into SCVs is actually distracted the Reapers.
oh yeah. So Whalemeat has got in, got past the wall, and there's not much at home here to deal with that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Starport's
you've
too
got-
far off. There is a Hellion out of this point, but again, the Hellion will take damage from Marines whenever it shoots.
I think it's dealt with everything in the base, so yeah. So interestingly, they're on pretty much similar worker counts at the moment. Still no gas from Whalemean. I don't think Whalemean's got a transition out of this somehow.
No, I doubt it.
It looks like he's just going to kind of filter Marines in there.
The one thing I've really liked this stream has been the pulling of workers. Remember
Yeah,
when I first joined this scene, I used to suggest to people never to pull their workers, because whenever I saw a bot do it, it was just made things worse. They would just suicide them all.
yeah,
But now we've seen like multiple bots like pulling workers at the correct time and using workers to fight with their army, which is like the way to do it.
yeah, yeah,
We've seen Micro Machine do it well, we've seen Zoe do it well.
yeah. Oh, this is going to end
Siege
this. Yeah, it's a siege tank. That's the end of it. Like, you do not throw Marines past a siege tank in that position. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah. I think with any build like this where you're proxying and you're all in, you really want to push as hard as you can for the opponent's mineral line.
Yeah,
If you can just turn off their economy or kill a bunch of workers in attempting to do so, that's your win condition there.
yeah.
So don't sit around shooting a supply depot, right? Just beeline right to that mineral line.
Yeah, it's still something that bots get stuck on, is just trying to focus the right targets. As we see, I think all of these SCVs are going to get taken down.
The way I do it with my Marine Rush is I basically go towards the closest unit that can attack.
Yeah,
And if there isn't one, then I'm going right towards the middle of my opponent's mineral line. So that way I'll kill his army first, but then I'll bypass all of his structures and get on top of his workers afterwards.
oh, this is bad news though for Whalemean.
Yeah.
Uh,
His mineral line.
yeah. Oh, just 10 workers left and nothing really to fight with. I think we need to hand Micro Machine the top spot in this group. And
Like it. But did struggle with the main race of Whalemean, so that's interesting.
yeah, definitely. Alright, GG. Congratulations to Micro Machine, the winner of this group. Whalemean tournament not over, but it was a very tough quarterfinal group against Ketrock. Of course, Whale Machine just Whalemean? Not Whale Machine. That's a kind of mix of the two.
Yeah.
Um,
Still impressive to make it out of that group. That was
yeah,
to get past Zoe is quite impressive, and
I,
almost got past Micro Machine.
yeah, I think Zoe has a lot more to offer than what she showed tonight, and she'll be back.
Yeah,
Uh, Obviously disappointing, but
Zoe did
these
well
things
in
happen.
Pro Bots as well. Was looking
Yeah,
really strong, but then
yeah, definitely.
fell to the worker rush like many other bots did. That Pro Bots.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, no worker rush bots in this tournament. Which I'm slightly disappointed about. Would have been fun.
I mean,
Uh,
technically, I have an SCV rush build in my bot. I could
okay.
turn it on. I used it once versus Straylock, I think,
Yeah,
in the tournament.
no, that should be fun. But yeah, turn it on. It'll be good. Yes. So let's just if I can get the results up. One sec. Hold on. Need to get everything in there. So yeah, Micro Machine first with 4-1, 2 wins, 0 losses. Royal Machine with a decent record, and unfortunately, we will have seen the last of Zoe in this tournament, but I'm sure she'll be back. Um, so that gives us this bracket so far. Obviously, very early in the tournament. Still waiting. Next week, we'll be doing Group D and Group C. So yes, Ketrock versus Whale
Yeah.
in the first game, and obviously Micro Machine up against Spud.
And the
So,
two killers coming up in the following weeks with Eris and -0.
yeah, yeah, it's going to be fun.
I've been following the ladder too much recently, but is Eris retaking the number one spot? Is
Let's
that
have
right?
a look. Um, so on preseason, I think no, -0 is top at the moment
-0. Okay.
by 10 points, but they're keeping
Oh, that's
swapping
very
top.
close.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
only 10 points between it. 2107 to 2117 for -0. So yeah, they seem to be swapping around quite a lot at the moment. We'll be starting the new season next week at some point as well, but we'll give people a few days' notice on that because we've got the Robots tournament coming up in soon after as well. So we'll probably need to start that pretty soon.
We should probably throw up those new ladder maps as well. To test
Yes,
them in preseason
I
before we
keep
go.
meaning to do that. Thank you for reminding me. I will try and get that up tonight.
Just to be
Um,
sure.
so yeah, all right. Well, that's about everything for tonight. Like, massive congratulations again to Micro Machine and Whale Mean. We'll see them in the quarterfinals,
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
and we'll definitely see Zoe again, and more of that. But so, thank you very much for joining the Cat Talk. It's been great,
Yeah. Thanks, guy.
and hopefully
See you guys next week.
see you next week. Catch you later.